The book of Romans chapter 1 verse 18. For the wrath of our power is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the items that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. I won't get in a lesson today on those who hold the truth in unrighteousness. All right, you have many men as have came in instead of teaching and preaching, you know, or pretending to teach and preach the word of the Lord through faith and sincerity. All right, but it's, you know, it's been for their own bellies. Okay, and there's really no way to hold the truth and righteousness, because you're of your father the devil. All right, only he that believeth a lie. Okay, and the truth, there's no lie of the truth. So he that believeth a lie, all right, ultimately, if he show himself to be preaching the word of the Heavenly Father, then he never was in the truth, technically. All right, because you can't really hold the truth in unrighteousness, man. There's no unrighteousness in righteousness. That's why it says, I'm gonna read it again. For the wrath of our power is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. You know? Let me get that. See? Since I spoke it. This is 1 John 2 and 21. I have not written unto you because you know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that is no lie is of the truth. All right. So unrighteousness with fellowship that does light-handed with darkness, man. All right. It don't blend. It don't mix. All right. So you can't sincerely serve the Lord without a pure heart, sprinkled with that water, man. In Hebrews 10. All right. The Heavenly Father gonna have to been purified you, okay, in order to actually do this thing. Now, we ourselves can't make ourselves clean, but the Heavenly Father can, because he's the only one that can break a clean thing out of an unclean thing. All right. So again, there's no lie of the truth. You see? So many men, well, I'm gonna read verse 18, Romans 1 and 18. 19, because that which may be known of our power is manifest in them. So if it's known of the Heavenly Father, then righteousness the light gonna overwhelm the darkness. For God has showed it unto them, man. You see? Showing, when the Lord show you something, he instills it in you, man. All right? And he reveals it through his servants, the prophets. The true servants, the prophets, man. You see? Let me get straight down to this Malachi 2. A lot of priests that have put on filthy garments, all right, and have came in the name of the Lord, but though yet their conscience wasn't cleansed, right? The Lord have to do that. This Malachi 2, I'm gonna read verse 16. It says, for Yahweh, the God of Israel, said that he hated putting away, for one covered with violence with his garment, said Yahweh of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit that ye deal not treacherously. All right. So how can you cover violence with your garment? Many men have put on you see these pastors, all right, or these you know, these people that be perpetrating the fraud, all right, people that's really not serving the Lord, you know, inwardly, outwardly, you know, they pretend to serve the Lord, but inwardly they ravening wolves, all right. Those are them that have came up another kind of way, all right, and have backdoored or, you know, came in the house a different kind of way. That is speak about in John 10. You can't, hey, the Lord gotta enter the door of the sheepfold. The Lord gotta walk you through the door. He's gonna bring you to the tabernacle and then walk you through the door, all right, which is all done in the spirit. It says, ye have wearied Yahweh with your words, yet ye say, wherein have we wearied him? When ye say, everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of Yahweh, and he delighted in them, or where is the God of our judgment? All right, so Everyone that said call evil good or good for evil. Let me get that one, right? This is Isaiah 5:20. It says, this is the same, I mean, this goes hand in hand. I'll read 17. It says, I'm going to start at 16. But the Yahweh of hosts shall be exalted in judgment, which I just read in the Malachi, all right? And God that is holy shall be sanctified in righteousness, all right? Of the Heavenly Father, he's holy. There's no unrighteousness in him. He can't do unrighteousness, man. Okay? And righteousness is separate from unrighteousness. It says, shall be sanctified in righteousness. Okay? So the judgment of the Lord is sanctified in righteousness. All right? So when the prophets or the men of the Lord speak of the Lord in all righteousness, all right, that's because it's sanctified through him and by him. Okay? And for him. It says, then shall the lambs feed after their manner, and the waste places of the fat ones shall strangers eat. But this the point. Woe unto them that draw iniquity with cords of vanity, and sin as it were a cart rope. Oh, I was supposed to be in 20. Salaki. Well, 19. That say, I'll just finish reading now. Let him make speed and hasten his work, that we may sin. All right? Because they said in the Malachi, where's the God of judgment? Right? And let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw nigh and come, that we may know it. All right, but you got to be careful of the Lord's judgment, because, you know, here you go. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. That's looking for the Lord. A lot of these pastors, these false prophets, all right, it's basically telling the Lord come, but they haven't truly served the Lord in truth, man. All right, it says that put darkness for light and light for darkness, which one is contrary against the other, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. See? Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Yeah, because you can't proclaim your own righteousness, man. Paul said that we don't begin to commend ourselves with ourselves, man. All right? We don't do that. All right? This is Romans 3. I'm going to breeze through it. Waiting on my daughter real quick. All right. Romans 3. And 5. But if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of the Heavenly Father, what shall we say? Is God unrighteous who taketh vengeance? And Paul is speaking as a man here. But God forbid. For then how shall God judge the world? For if the truth of our power had more abounded through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I also judged as a sinner? Now let's look at this in another in the NLT. But someone still might argue, how can God condemn me as a sinner if my dishonesty highlights his truthfulness and bring him more glory? Yeah, because our righteousness is as filthy rags unto the Heavenly Father. But the righteousness of the elect, all right, requires godly sorrow. All right, so that what? It's covered. All right, their garments is covering them. It's not, the garments are not moth-eaten. Verse 8. And not rather as we be slanderously reported, as some affirm that we say, let us do evil that good may come, whose damnation is just. So there's no way to call evil to the forefront if you righteous, man. You're not going to be out here speaking with a forked tongue, a double tongue, man, calling the things which the Lord have deemed to be off and wicked. You're going to try to justify them as being righteous. You're going to be condemned, man. Damnation is coming unto you. If you're telling the world they can eat pork, all right, and the people can't eat pork, it's unclean, then guess what? It's unrighteous, man. All right, it don't matter how small it is, all right, or how great it is. It's unrighteous, man. Okay? You can't justify that, right? This Romans 12. And 21. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Now, how you overcome that? All right. First of all, the Spirit of the Lord got to be on you to conquer the things which are off and contrary against the Heavenly Father, and proclaim the things that are right and good in the sight of the Lord, man. All right. You see, when it say to overcome, you conquer. All right. Or you be victorious over. What you do? You learn what the necessity of the Heavenly Father wants spoken over your own what? Your own judgment, over your own mental, over your own psyche. All right, that's what matters the most. Yahweh Shai overall. Okay? This Romans, I'll stand Romans since I'm right here. 14 and 16. It says, let not then your good be evil spoken of. Because there's no, again, you can't hold the truth in unrighteousness. It says, for the kingdom of our power is not meat and drink, but righteousness and peace and joy in the Rakakwadash, man. How you gonna have joy or rejoice in the Rakakwadash if you breaking it down wrong? It ain't sound judgment, it ain't sound wisdom, all right? And you add to the scriptures, all right? When you put any sprinkle of evil on anything that's good, all right, if you got a salad and you throw some ham on the top, then you just defiled and polluted the whole thing, man. So you got to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God, right? Whatever God you serve. For he that in these things serveth the Mashiach Yahweh Shai is acceptable to the Heavenly Father and approved of all men. Because why? You're coming in the volume of the book as Yahweh Shai. You're bringing out the word of the Heavenly Father, man. All right? The word of righteousness is before your lips, man. All right? And these approved signs is of the Heavenly Father, man. You've been approved of your signs. You see? If the Lord, you see? Yup, this is Sirach 39. And 33. All the works of the Lord are good, and we will give every needful thing in due season. And what's needful is that we preach and teach the gospel and the doctrine correctly, man. All right? Until we don't have to teach anymore. It's our last time teaching the children of Israel, man. And also ourselves. Because you got to teach your, you got to be taught of the word to teach your lips to regurgitate that which is righteous, man. You see? You can't just speak that which is righteous, because it ain't what goes in a man that defiled him, is what comes out. All right? But the Lord got to instill in you the word of the Heavenly Father, says, so that a man cannot say this is worse than that, for in a time they shall all be well approved. All right? And therefore praise ye the Lord with the whole heart and mouth, and bless the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. So who coming in the names of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you should be giving praises of the Heavenly Father, all right, in that correct name, all right, with the correct sound doctrine, man. One faith, one baptism, right? Verse 19, Romans 4 and 19. Let us therefore follow after the things which make for peace, and things wherewith one may edify another. All right? Okay? Which is the purpose of this thing, man. With this John, we get it. 7. We'll run through this real quick. And start at 16. Yahweh Shai answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine, but but his that sent me. Yeah, so we're just messengers of the Heavenly Father. All right, so we're just what? Giving the word of the Lord out. It says, if any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of the Heavenly Father or whether I speak of myself. All right? And if you try to hold truth and righteousness, you're speaking of yourself. All right? Or your father, the devil, For most Jake, was following these other philosophies and doctrines and swayed with every wind of doctrine, man. Tossed to and fro. All right? It says, he that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory, but he that seeketh his glory that sent him, the same is true and ain't no unrighteousness in them, man. All right, so he's speaking upright. You see, this Proverbs, is it 28? Proverbs 28 and 10. Yup, Proverbs 28 and 10. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. Yeah, those people called the leaders of these people that cause the people to err, all right? The people that listen unto him shall also what? Be condemned. Because you following you going in the error of your soul, man. You see? And the Lord hadn't said that. He said, ask the prophets who have said at my mouth, at his mouth, you know, come to do this and do that. There's way more false prophets than true men of the Lord. It says, but the upright shall have good things in possession, man. And the good things is the good tidings, man. It's the word of the Lord, man. You see? What is Proverbs 17? And 13, whoso rewarded evil for good, evil shall not depart from his house, man. All right? So the Lord gonna recompense you with evil. All right? Since you gave unto his people evil, the Lord gonna give you evil. Right? This is Psalms. Get ready to wind down here, right? 38 and 20. They also that render evil for good are my adversaries, because I follow the thing that good is. All right? So whoever is doing this, man, they're automatically our adversaries, man. All right? What you permit, you promote. So if you're doing something unrighteous for the Lord and think it's righteous, then once your recompense or your reward come, then you know you're going to have a fire in your bosom, man. All right? That which is agreeable, appropriate, all these things are good. Right? Good understanding of a man's intellectual nature. Okay? The thing that is the welfare or the benefit, the moral good of the Heavenly Father, man. You see? I'll get out of here with this Psalms 26. I'll start at 3. For thy loving kindness is before mine eyes, all right, and I have walked in thy truth. Because what? David had a heart towards the Most High, all right? I have not sat with vain persons, empty persons, neither will I go with dissemblers, all right? What are dissemblers? People that, all right, that break up the word of the Lord, right? Don't assemble it, right? To conceal, right? To hide the word of the Lord. I have hated the congregation of evildoers, and I will not sit with the wicked. All right, the righteous can't be amongst the wicked. I will wash my hands in innocency, so will I compass thine altar, O Yahweh. So in order to pass the Lord altar, you got to be innocent. Why? You got to be righteous. And the Lord of Luke 1 and 70, he have ordained certain men from before the world begin, all right, to be prophets. And those are the prophets today. So I don't want to write this out. It was edifying, man. Till next time I see Shalom. Well, one more verse. Lord, I have loved thy habitation of thy house where righteousness reside, and the place where thine honor dwelleth. So if you're teaching the true word of the Heavenly Father, all right, then that's that. The spirit of the Lord is your habitation, all right? And the Lord honor is where you're going to dwell at. So I don't want to write this out. It was edifying, man. Till next time I see Shalom.